the ancient creator of Gochujang, the fermentation master who carried tradition into the modern age today. Gochujang is one of the most iconic Korean ingredients, spicy, sweet, and fermented to perfection. It is used in bibimbap, tteokbokki, soups, marinades, and even modern fusion dishes. But few people know that its origins trace back to a single forgotten master of fermentation, whose methods survived centuries and still influence Korean kitchens today. This is the untold story of Master Hyeon-seok, the man who perfected ancient gochujang and ensured its survival into the modern era. Our story begins in a small Hyeon-seok farming village nestled between mountains and rivers. At that time, Korean food relied heavily on fermentations, soy sauce, doenjang, kimchi, but chili peppers had only recently arrived in Korea from distant lands, and people were unsure how to use them. Hyeon-seok was not a scholar or noble. He was a simple villager with an unusual curiosity about fermentation. From a young age, he watched his grandmother make doenjang and gochujang, fascinated by how time and microbes transformed simple ingredients into deep flavors. When chili peppers began spreading across Korea, most villagers simply dried them into flakes. But Hyeon-seok wondered, what if chili could be fermented like soy? What flavor would time create? He began experimenting secretly in the backyard storage shed. He ground chili peppers into powder, mixed them with rice flour, fermented soybeans, barley malt, and sea salt. He placed this thick red paste inside an earthen onggi jar, sealed it, and set it under the sun. Days became weeks, weeks became months. The paste transformed slowly, its flavor deepened, its color darkened, and its aroma became richer than anything he had imagined. One day, a harsh winter hit the village. Food was scarce. The villagers needed something to warm their bodies and energize their spirits. Hyeon-seok opened one of his jars and shared the fermented chili paste with the villagers. They mixed it with vegetables, meat, and rice. The heat of the chili and the deep umami of fermentation revived them. Word spread quickly. Soon, nearby villagers came to taste his mysterious red paste. People said it brought strength, warmth, and even healing during cold seasons. Elders noted that the paste kept for years without spoiling, a miracle for communities with limited food storage. Over the years, Hyeon-seok refined the recipe. He learned that the jars needed sunlight during the day and cold air at night. He discovered that the quality of salt, water, and grain dramatically changed the flavor. His method became known among villagers as the red treasure of fermentation. But history took an unexpected turn. During wars and invasions, many villages disappeared, documents burned, and recipes were forgotten. Yet Hyeon-seok's gochujang survived not through books, but through families. Mothers taught daughters, grandmothers passed jars to brides. Even when people migrated to cities, they carried small jars of gochujang as a taste of home. Centuries later, his method became the foundation for modern gochujang, now mass-produced, exported worldwide, and used in global cuisine. Though his name vanished from official records, fermentation experts and elders in rural areas still whisper about the first master of red paste. The man whose curiosity created a flavor that defines Korea today. Every jar of gochujang, ancient or modern, carries a piece of his legacy. This is the story they never teach in school, the forgotten fermentation master who created gochujang, using an ancient method that survived into the modern age.